Hi, everyone. As you are jumping on, as I check these things to see if I can see people and people can see me. Um, Hold on. I am needing to check. If you can see me and you're joining me, say hello so that I can see that going on. How come I can't see things? Do I see the chat? Because my whole thing today is celebrating together. So if we can't celebrate together because you all can't see me and I can't see what you are saying, then we have a problem, right? So let me just double check this on my different devices. Can I see this? I'm going to go on my iPad because I'm not seeing it on my computer and I'm not seeing anybody pop up. Let's do this again. Refresh is always the answer, right? Refresh. Is it going? Okay, I see myself on the YouTube side. I don't know that I see it on the Facebook side, but you know what? We're going with it. We're going with it. And I don't want to hear myself, so I'm going to turn that off. But if you are joining me live, like I said, I would love for you to just say hi and where you're joining me from. I know a lot of people can't join me on Saturday afternoons. It gets kind of crazy, right? But that is also the wild schedule that I have been on. But this is all about just reminiscing over the last 5 years, looking at the journey that we've had and reacting to some of these old videos. I don't know if they're going to be me cringing at what I did before, or I am just going to be squealing from the cuteness of my children, which I tend to do anytime I go watch one of my old videos, or just being amazed at how much you all loved certain videos that I had no idea they would be accepted or loved in the way that they were. So let's just go. I don't have any sort of crazy agenda or anything. If you want to watch a certain one together, please let me know in the comments. And if you came because of a certain video, I want to know that too. So even if you were watching this after the fact and we're not going to be watching it live, that's obviously okay. And we are going to be just journeying in this together. And the point of this is to make it more of a community. And I want you to be able to have more access to me. I want to be able to understand you a lot more so that we can focus in on 2026 and beyond of what do you want to see? What do I want to make? How can we both benefit from all of this and make that time worth it? Right. So let's just dive in because it's been a wild month, I wanna say, at least a few weeks, a month where things are changing a lot in my own life, and I've had to kinda look at things and go, "Okay, what what makes sense? What needs to kinda change?" So you might see a number of things changing in how I show up on my socials and how I show up in things, but I've also been working really, really hard on my Japanese cooking course. So this is for anybody that is new or anybody that wants to learn about Japanese cooking and you might be overwhelmed by these things or anything, whether you're new to the kitchen or you want to involve your kids in the kitchen, that is a huge part of what I am offering in this course. Also, I'm breaking it down, and there are beta testers that have been amazing at giving feedback and saying, oh my gosh, I need this to be a little bit easier. So we're doing that. But we're also going to look at some of these videos that I've made that have been the foundation of making this an offering for you all because I kept hearing over and over, you wanted more of different kinds of recipes. You wanted it breaking down for people that are completely new. So I'm here for you, friends. And I am coming from a busy mom or busy parent perspective. You don't have to be a mom. I know a lot of you that are watching might not be moms. I'm coming from a busy mom perspective, but any person that has no time or does not want to spend a ton of time in the kitchen, but you want to get some Japanese food on the table, I got you, friend. I got you. So when that launches soon, it is in the pre-launch pricing, which is the cheapest it will ever be. That is the last thing I'm going to say about it. If you're interested in that remotely at all, say something in the comments so I can get you that link. If you can't find it already on this page, just comment and I'll get it to you. Seriously, lowest price it'll ever be and guarantee you'll love it. Your money back. Just I don't want your money if you're not going to love it, right? So let's dive into this and I need to figure out how to share and get to where I want to be. So let me get to what should we go with? Maybe let's start with the oldest one. Okay. I think we should start at the beginning because I think a lot of people I don't know how many people are thinking about starting a YouTube channel out there, but I did just post a video about like what I would do differently, right? What have I learned over these 5 years of just growing slowly while I'm still doing a full-time job and still doing all my other roles? And let's look at that first video because, friends, you just have to start. I know a lot of people say this, but you literally just have to start. So let's take a look at this. Is this? Yes, this is what I want to share with you all. Okay, so here we go. This is the trailer, but we're gonna look at, you know what? Let's go with this one. This is like the very first, I think, video that we had, right? This was 2020, you guys. Does it say when this? Tell me the date. Tell me the date. Okay, I can't find it easily. Maybe it's on the last page. And for those that haven't seen the YouTube studio page, this is the page. December 24th, 2020. Okay, let's go watch it. Let's go watch it. Oh my gosh. Look how little my babies are. Look how little they are. And I have a screen over here, which might be why you see me looking this way. Oh my gosh. Oh, you can't see this. Hold on. You can hear it probably, but oh, I need to share. Can I? Clearly, I need to work on on these presentation things, right? Okay, guys, because what is this? Manual card shuffler. Here we go. Yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. And we're going to start it from the beginning. It's a minute. It's a minute. Okay. Instantly asked, "Can you shuffle these cards?" We got one of these as a gift for them from the grandparents. And it is a manual card shuffler, so you don't have to worry about batteries, and the kids can do it all by themselves. We haven't been asked to shuffle cards since we got it, and it is very exciting for everyone all around. So my kids will show you how we use it.
I am shuffling Mario Kart Uno. I'll show you how to play all our Unos in other videos.
Somewhere too. Good job, buddy. Way to show. Oh. Wait, what is this? Oh, they play while I nap. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How freaking cute are they? Oh yeah, here's my newest one. Oh my gosh. Can I just go in this and go straight to oh my gosh, how cute are they? Oh. Let's just go to videos. Can I just filter this way so I don't have to keep going back and forth? Okay, let's go by top most popular videos by far, friends, has been this Zip Air review. I'm gonna do it on 2x, I think, because we don't have to go through the whole thing, but this Zip Air review, I just did it, right? Because I was curious to see if this flight or these cheap flights were going to be as good as the other ones, and I keep looking at myself. So let's just watch it. And I'm so glad it was helpful for all of you. I made several different kinds. Like follow-ups too, and those have all been really, really popular, and I know a lot of you are interested in going to Japan, or, like, if it's your first time, you wanna make the best of it, make your money's worth, make your time well spent, and so if that is something more that you want to see in the future, specific things that you have questions about in Japanese travel, let me know, because I don't know unless you tell me, but let's watch this. Let's see. I need to remember what I did. I'm gonna do it on one.
My daughter is being
That's
treated for
usually what I end
leukemia.
up doing.
It hit me hard. It did. Being a girl dad, it really just melted my heart.
It changes everything.
We finally flew Zip Air to Japan, so here's everything you need to know about the trip so you can be prepared. Review and full verdict will be at the end, and just a disclaimer that husband and I differ on our opinions, but I will give you both. And let me break down the cost for you first. Here's the flight plus the seats, then the food, plus luggage, and this is the final amount that we paid per person. We flew out of San Jose, and everybody has to wait in line to get their boarding passes and get their bags weighed. We paid extra, so we had 30 pounds for 2 of them, but we still had to get rid of some omiyage, which sucked. And they actually didn't even weigh our carry-ons. Seems like we stressed for nothing, but maybe that's why it moved faster, because it was about 20 minutes. Not bad for the long line, and make sure your carry-on bags all get that green tag. Once you make it through security as normal, head to your gate, find where it is, and a staff member may be coming around to stamp your boarding passes by checking your passports, so then you can put your passports away. They didn't do this in Narita, so it doesn't seem consistent, but if they stamp around, then just get that stamped and put that passport away. Keep your boarding pass handy even after you board, because they will come check that before you give you your food. Ready to check out these seats? Well, there's overhead cabins just like everything else, and since it was holiday time, it has the cute holiday decorations. 3 to a seat over here. I really like the shelf. Let me come back to it, but the buttons are there if you need to call someone on a light, and there's also a charger down here, which is really nice for a long distance flight. But back to the shelf. I really like that it has this little water holder, and you can put your phone up here, you can charge up there, and then here is your tray table. You lay it down, it folds in half, and so if you just want your drink on there, you can do that, but it also opens up. You kind of have to push it hard to nudge it back in, so hopefully the person in front of you is okay with that. You can have your call button, all that right there, so you don't have to reach up above. And of course, bar for trash bag. Now onto food. We do get an oshibori with our meal, and we picked a few days before, and there are only 5 options coming from San Jose to Narita. Most of us chose the salmon shiokoji, which is one of my favorite dishes to make at home as well. This is what it looks like. It looks a little sad. It's pretty small. It comes with some veggies. Let's see how it tastes. Well, I didn't expect anything amazing. I was hoping it didn't suck. So here's a salmon. I do love salmon, and okay, it's pretty decent. Not bad. Not great. I make it better, I must say. So if you want to check out that recipe, I have salmon shiokoji that my kid made. And here's the kimchi bowl. Kid can make it better. And that was actually not bad either. A little on the sweeter side, and the texture is a little different. But let's see how the sweet and sour pork is. It's just kind of very plain. Rice isn't the best either, but it's airplane food, so I wasn't expecting the best. Decent, not bad, not great. If you need more, something else, if you can't order 2 online, feel free to order on the phone. Fortunately, while we were eating, we didn't realize that the dude in front of my husband had a big old water jug that was leaking all over behind him. Even when the dude saw people scrambling and getting paper towels from my husband who had a sopping wet bag, the dude never apologized. You could probably tell there were windows of different lightings because there are no window shades, so let's see how this works. If you push down, it's a little delayed, but it gets brighter and it gets darker. We were able to sleep, but I can see if you're sensitive to light, this might be an issue. Now let's talk Narita, because this was not a pleasant experience. There was a huge long line, and it took almost an hour to get through it. We got there early thinking we could shop outside because there are a lot of good shops outside and eats, but we did not have time. They had these passport kiosks, which did not work well. It did not read our passports. Its sole purpose is to read passports. It better work. And when they say, oh, most old US passports work, they don't. So that really bugged me, and that ripped into my Narita shopping time. So for those friends that didn't get gifts, I'm sorry. You can blame Zip Air. Anyway, our line was only for San Jose, and yet it was super, super long. They did weigh it in this case. They weighed it all together, and we were good to go. We got everything tagged again. Even at the gate, they were not announcing well about who was up for boarding, and then it finally just was a free-for-all. We got on,
Thankfully, no issues with space up top. So we got all our stuff up there, paid for our seats ahead of time. So we were all seated together, but it was really hot in there. Take it from me, just make sure you wear layers. Now let's take a look at the offerings because there was a ton more stuff coming from Japan than going to Japan. There was a lot more stock of individual items, it felt like, as well as variety. Highly recommend the Prime One soda. Even on this lake, though, meals were not offered very much other than noodles and snacky type of things. So if you are going to get a meal, you have to order in advance. Do not rely on getting it once you're on board. We never had an issue with our meal choices running out, but remember to choose them ahead of time so that you get what you want for on the flight. There are also other amenity things, and if you don't want the amenity package, but you want slippers or the pillow, you can buy those individually. Just know that it could run out. Any of these things could run out. Food time again. I decided to try the Zip original curry rice because if they're putting their name on it, might as well give it a try. And who can go wrong with curry rice? Again, the size is pretty small, but they all come with water. So that water was enough for my kids. I'm glad I packed some water for myself for the trip, but otherwise it was actually pretty good. And my husband got the katsudon and the kids got a kid's plate and a katsudon. On the way to the bathroom, I did peek at the lie flat area, but guess what? They had bidets in the bathroom. Is it because it was by the lie flats? Overall, husband is a hard no, never taking it again for a few different reasons. One, the stress level of figuring out the weight of things and not being able to buy your way out of it on the day of checking in was almost a deal breaker for him. Not almost, it was a deal breaker for him. And then the whole no water on the plane leading to the guy spilling all sorts of stuff was unfortunate. I know it wasn't really the airline's fault, but he still blames them for not providing even water, the check-in line. There's got to be a more efficient way. Let's figure that out, Zip Air. For me, let's add up the costs. This is what you get. And that was almost half the price of other airlines on economy. I'm willing to do that or at least give it another chance and see if they can improve some of the things that were stressful so that I don't have to get rid of some of the omiyage gifts that I was going to take or perhaps bring back, even though I wanted to bring so much stuff from Japan, as you can imagine. So if those things are not deal breakers for you, then go ahead and try it. But if you were more like my husband, then know that and go somewhere else. If you found value in this video, remember to subscribe, share with a friend that might enjoy this as well, and see you in the next Japan travel video.
Yeah. Husband is definitely a
Your
no.
wallet
We
sucks.
will avoid it at all
That's why we
costs
invented the Ridge
going
wallet.
forward. So let's go back. Can I go back and see? You know what the other is the Shinkansen green car. Is it worth it? That was also a very popular one. How to pick the right Japanese rice. I was not expecting this to be as popular as it has been. And the Japan itinerary guide, I have that for you in a freebie printable also, or actually a Google Doc. And I know a lot of you have already taken advantage of it. And so I am glad that is something really, really helpful. And I'm working on something even more based on a lot of the other questions that I've gotten on how to travel better around all the different things, incorporating some of these other things in. So again, if there are very specific questions about traveling around, let me know. Let me know what you want to know. But as you can see from here, most of the things that you all are really, really excited about are the Japanese travel and very like intro Japanese food information. So that is what I am trying to focus on for this coming year. Again, need your input on all the things that you want, and that was also why the course was born, right? So let's just take a look at the rice because that one I was
Hi,
not
friend. If you have
expecting it
ever
to be
roamed the
that
aisles of a
popular,
grocery store or
friends.
a Costco or wherever, wondering what kind of rice should you buy, especially for cooking Japanese food, you are in the right place. We're talking about what Japanese rice to buy and just exploring the different kinds of rice that there are so that you know exactly which one to use. Hi, I'm Amy, a second-generation Japanese-American mom to two multicultural boys, and I strive to bring easy, accessible ways to incorporate Japanese food and culture into our daily busy lives. And so if that resonates with you and you want some of that too, hit that subscribe button and follow our journey. We'd love to have you with us and hope that this adds value to you. Now, today we are looking at different types of rice because rice is the foundation of a lot of Japanese dishes. And it is so
Authenticity,
confusing when
friends.
you walk into a store. There's so many pretty bags. There's so many price points. There's a ton of different things to take in. So I want to share with you the things that I have learned. And at the end, we will explore which ones I actually use in our home and why we have picked those. So let's first talk about the types of rice, short, medium, long, and what makes Japanese rice. Actually, before we go there, I want to talk about sushi rice. There's no such thing as sushi rice. Some people say go find sushi rice, but there is no such thing. It's just short grain rice or Japanese rice with sushi vinegar put on top of it. If you want to know about sushi vinegar, I have a video that I made comparing different kinds of sushi vinegar, and I will link that in the description. So go check that out afterwards. All the videos I talk about will be in the description. So hold your horses on that. But now let's talk about short grain rice, because short grain rice, there are two kinds, and short grain rice is always the Japanese type of rice.
1.5.
I think it's called the Japonica rice. So the first one is called
Weird.
uruchimai, and that is, I don't have a bag for this, but it's just the standard short grain rice. And short grain is meaning the width and the length. So when it's almost equal, that is short grain rice. I don't know if you can see this, but here's a quick tip too. I'm sidebarring, but I like to put it in a airtight container like this and keep the cup in there, the measuring cup in there, just because it's so easy. You don't have to go look for it, and it just always stays there. I also love, love, love the OXO containers. I know this is flour, but this container,
OXO.
I love the OXO
almost
brand
like-
for all sorts of things. So that's my little sidebar there. But uruchimai, it's just a standard name for Japanese rice. There are a ton of different brands.
Oh,
Koshi
yeah,
Hikari
Mike
is a
too.
very premium
I love
one
Golden
that
Life
is
and
well
Mike,
known.
guys.
There is Tamanishiki. There is Tamaki. There's just a bunch of different ones that have different brands, different names. But in the end, it is the short grain Japanese rice. The other one is mochigome. If you've heard of mochi, that is a glutinous rice cake, right? Made out of mochigome. So this is a short grain sweet rice. And so if you're looking for that super sticky, this is what you're going for. Sometimes I like to combine these two to make a takikomi gohan, which is like a almost Japanese pilaf of sorts. But this makes it so much more stickier and chewier. It just gives it a very different, unique texture. If you want a takikomi gohan video, remember to comment and tell me so, and I'd love to make that for you. I just make it
I
really easy in the
have.
rice
I
cooker.
have
It's absolutely
too.
delicious.
At least
So,
two. Corn
mochigome
rice
and uruchimai.
rice.
That's what we've got for short grain rice. So the shorter the rice, the more moist, the more higher starch content. So just keep that in mind. Now we're moving to medium grain rice. So you might be saying, Amy, I thought Japanese rice was just short grain rice. Actually, there is a medium rice, which is a Japanese American born rice, actually. If you've heard of Pal Rose, that is a California grown Japanese style rice. So I would consider it close enough to Japanese rice that when you make dishes with it, it's Japanese food. So
Sorry to interrupt, but this is important. The shooter who
Interrupt.
murdered my sweet little Daniel.
I actually really like it. It is a lot more affordable because one, it's grown in California. You don't have the import and
gonna
all that
fast
kind of stuff.
forward a bit?
And
Let's see.
it's widely accessible. Igamai
Igamai,
is like a
yeah.
cross between white and brown rice. So it almost tastes like white rice, but still has the nutrients of brown rice. And so
good.
they love it.
Igamai's my
It's much
favorite.
more
It's now my
expensive,
favorite.
but they stock up when it's on sale and they have that as their main
I
rice.
know I talk
And
about it as my
trust me,
parents'
I
rice
love
and
eating at their
stuff.
house and I think it's
My
delicious,
rice.
but it is hard
My
for me to
rice.
pay that price when I have a household of big eaters. My boys are big eaters. I like to eat. My husband likes to eat. So I go with more affordable options and splurge when things go on sale. So what do I do? My favorites are still the short grain Japanese rices, but I look for deals. And if there's a tamanishiki, that is one that I have gotten a lot of times. It's the yellow bag. And then I also shop those medium grain rices because just like I told you, it is pretty darn close to that short grain rice Japanese texture, but a lot more affordable. So they even have it at Costco. So I buy the big old bags at Costco of Kokuho Rose or Nishiki. Like this brown rice was not at Costco, but I have gotten this one. This is a brown rice 15 pounder, and this is a medium grain rice, but we do have this in our home. I think this was actually a koshishikari. I don't have the bag anymore, but it is the white rice. And as I showed you before, I have the mochi rice, and I also have this mixed grain rice. I don't have any jasmine rice or basmati rice or anything on hand right now. I don't cook with that very often. But another brown rice that I love is called sukoyaka genmai. It is easier to cook than standard brown rice. It cooks kind of like white rice, but has that brown rice texture and nutrition. Also hacks or tips in how I wash my rice. I'd love to know if you wash your rice and how much you wash your rice, because this is another topic of conversation. But if you want to check out some of the ways that I wash my rice or the ways that I talked about washing rice, check out this short that I just made. It is a lot to talk about rice. There are tons of things we can talk about. So if you have any requests, feel free to drop in the comments. And go check out my other rice videos. Japanese dishes playlist is in the description. Join that conversation with me.
Oh yeah, the Japanese groceries one is going to be a number of things that happen, guys. Okay, now we gotta go look at, I gotta go look at some of my kids' ones. Okay, so let's go look at the oldest. That rice one was so surprising to me. And can we also just talk about thumbnails? I know I talked about this a little bit in my last video, but here are the thumbnails. Like, what? What? Right? Like, some of these are okay. This one we just redid. The kids were helping me redo the thumbnails. It was so fun to watch them learn like different skills on Canva. And then they got really excited looking up pictures or figuring out which ones to put in and things. So we still have some updating to do and all these other ones, but we're going by like views and get the bigger ones first, right? Oh, I remember these workout videos. Should we do some of these workout videos? Okay, I'm gonna look at we looked at that one. This is a Kansas City barbecue one. This looks adorable too. Oh gosh, love when they help me with my food. Life skills for kids, guys. Get them in the kitchen, get them doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, they can. Ooh, why is this? Yeah, it's priceless for me as a parent, priceless for them as they learn these different skills. And guys, I like took apart this big old fish and they saw me do it and they're learning that they can do things like that, right? Um, maybe do I want to see the Shio coach? No, okay. Let's start with the kids are supposed to join me to do a live to watch this together. I don't know what happened to them. Um, these mochi waffles are a favorite in our house. Like we do this at least a few times a month, batch make them and freeze them. So if you have not had mochi waffles before, highly, highly recommend. Also something that I am including in the course because you just have to. I know it's kind of a mix of like Japanese and American, but that's what this is, right? This Japanese American life. So you get the mochi waffle recipe. You don't get the kampachi gutting and killing. Yeah, sorry, it's already dead. But the filleting of sorts. Um, you know what? Let's go with this. Let's go with this because I love.
Today, I'm going to make salmon and broccoli all by myself for my family. So first, I'm going to do the salmon.
That's the homemade
This
shiokoji.
is shiokoji. We need to cover the top of the salmon, so my mom will help me dump some shiokoji on the salmon. Then that's it for the salmon. So now I'm going to do the broccoli.
It is so easy. This is also part of the recipes that I have on there. They're adorable.
Next, I'm going to go back and forth with olive oil. I'll use a good amount. Next, I'm going to do the salt. Then I'm going to do the pepper.
Seriously, they make dinner for us at like each one once a week, and it is a
Next, I'm going to
lifesaver. And
mix it all
this
together.
is a staple in our house. We probably have it once a week.
The oven is set to 375.
Okay.
Heavy one.
Yeah, this is a heavy one, so I'm gonna help. You want to push it in? You just kind of shove it in, but don't touch the bottom. Yeah, good job. All right, and then, yep, always touch the bottom, right? Oven safety.
I'm going to come check it in 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes, so let's check if it's ready.
All right, I'm gonna help you with the oven, okay? We both have our oven mitts because it's
3:30.
oven safety. All right, let's pull it out. All right, can you stab in there? Let's see. You kind of cut it. That's still not ready. Here, should we show them? It's still pink and raw in there, so we're gonna cook it in there for a little bit longer. It is pretty soft. Okay, should we stab these two?
Really little. You are
Stab a
going
big one?
to obviously help them with
Like this?
heavy
Yeah.
things, hot
that's still really hard, huh?
things. Keep
Okay,
an eye on
let's-
them, right? But
And then
I'm
we're
at
gonna
the
mix it
point
around,
where
mix it
they
around.
are so much more independent,
Okay.
able to do a lot of these things.
Put it back in.
and all the years of doing it, now I can trust them to be careful, to be
Pretty good.
aware of what they need to do, and I
All right.
love it.
Can you hold
I
it?
love it.
One,
They're going to
two.
be heads above
Straight up and over.
all the other
All right.
kids. Like even
And
when they
let's
get to
check the salmon.
college, right? They have these
Looks pretty
skills,
good, huh?
they have this confidence, and I love, love,
Always check
love
the
that.
biggest
And I
part,
would
okay? You
love
see
for
the
your
biggest
kids to have it too. That's why I
Looks good,
have
right?
the course
All
for like
Then we are
families to
done.
do together.
Let's
It's
close
not
this.
just
Let's
for
turn off the oven.
people that are new to
That
the
looks
kitchen
so
themselves,
good.
which it is for, but
Brown rice
also
in the
for
rice
families
cooker.
so
We
that
just
you can
have
do
to
it together.
mix it up. Taste test time.
Favorite time, taste this time. Look, the cat back there.
Yummy.
You try some? Okay. Here's my piece. It's so good. That's really good.
Thank you, buddy. I want to make you a roll. Do we like making rolls sometimes when we have food? Can I use my fork? So we cook some rice and some salmon.
This is how we always
Maybe
eat
some
it. We just have
avocado.
nori, rice, salmon, avocado.
All
Bam.
right, here you go, buddy.
So good. Oh, and then if you add some saku
Roll, roll,
shoyu,
roll, roll, roll.
even better.
Salmon roll. Make sure it doesn't fall at the bottom. And there we have it. Thank you, Chef Jonah.
Oh, so cute.
We
I
loved
love
it. Try it at home.
Love
Let us
Let's look at some of the other oldest. Should we look at one of the games ones? I'm thinking one of the games ones, or okay, let's go here. Let's go here. This is just for caveat. This is when it was COVID time, right? So we were doing a lot of exercising at home. If you had kids at this time, you were also doing PE at home, like the teachers were doing PE at home. So check this out, guys. We made our own Mario video game exercise. And I don't know how much time I spent on Final Cut Pro looking up green screens and doing this, but it was so fun. And they love looking at this and doing it still, even though like it's the best at that time that I do, guys. But oh my gosh. You see little glitches. I feel like getting up and doing it too. Let's see. Okay, I need to sleep. Oh, oops. Oh, stop it. That's what it was. Stop it. Mushroom! Oh, oh, finger cake. Oh, I gotta cry. I should have started my watch to see. Remember this? Stop. Should do a push-up while I'm down there. You know what I mean? And then the do you remember this? You're supposed to bop it? I can't remember. At some point, you have to bop it. Right? I think I'm saying ooh. Am I saying ooh? Music. Ooh. You remember these?
I missed most of it.
Yeah, it's true. Ooh. I'm tired. I'm out of breath. Do you remember making those though?
Welcome to our Mario-themed exercise. So today,
More of our
it's just gonna
green
be 5 minutes, 5 small minutes, but we're gonna work out really hard and have fun too.
Hi.
So it's gonna be 10 Mario characters that are going to be each exercise. So the first one is the one and only Mario. So Mario likes to jump up and punch those question marks. So we're gonna do one leg up, other arm up, and you're gonna hop. And we're just off balance already. Are you guys ready?
Did you like them?
Everyone ready?
Someone was like,
Everyone
oh,
ready?
no.
Let's do this. All right, let's get your Mario one leg, one arm. You ready?
But we had
Go.
Commander Green's go. Oh,
Remember, try one
he
side first.
disappeared. His shirt
Keep going.
disappeared.
You might be wobbly,
Green,
but that's
yeah,
okay.
it's the
Just
green-
keep
the
going.
green part
We're getting
from
those legs
the-
stronger. Now let's switch. Switch. Whichever leg you were doing it on, it might be the opposite from me, and that's okay. Just keep going.
See the wall.
That was number 1. We get to rest. Number 2, Princess Peach. You guys ready? We're gonna do a little curtsy, just like this. Follow along and go. We're just gonna do one side on this one too.
Never doing these
You
exercises.
can have your arms like this. You can have your arms like this if you want to crown, and then a switch.
Oh, tired. These are Mario.
like a dress.
You had a yoga
Like
one.
that
too?
low.
We were doing a
And
yoga
you're
one?
done. That's number 2. Good job,
Oh,
guys.
yeah, it's
Number
right.
3, you guys know jumping jacks?
Mario yoga
It's like a
one.
star. So we're gonna do a star. Ready? And 20 seconds, go! Star, 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 star. Make sure you have space so you don't hit each other. Star, star. Keep going, keep going,
One? Okay.
keep going.
Fun.
Star.
Should we do like a game? Should we?
Yeah.
Oh, remember, should we look at Doggy Do again? Do you remember that one?
Is there any other game?
Games. How do I search? Let's see.
Can I sit in your lap?
Yeah.
You got the comment to it.
Hold on. Yeah, I can't see it here. So it wasn't streaming to the Facebook site. To the e. Can I scooch the chair in? Okay. While we look for ready. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
Or maybe the phase 10 one.
Phase 10. You want to look at phase 10? Okay. Actually, this is not searching here. You know what? Let's go back here and let's look across our channel at phase 10.
Yeah.
You want to look at a game one? There's that sushi one too.
Oh yeah.
Remember that sushi
I
game?
wanna watch that one too.
You want to watch that one too? All right, let's see this one. Does it show this screen? It doesn't show the screen. You know what? I don't think this one is necessarily us.
Uh,
I guess it is partly us, but I think the
okay, about the sushi one.
okay, let's see the sushi one. The sushi one was kind of fun, huh?
Yeah.
What is it called? Sushi game.
Is
There it is.
it supposed to look like that right
No, I
there?
have to reshare a different screen. So let's start this.
Oh.
I have to start it and then I have to pick it over here. Share screen. Welcome. How do I see it? Family games. There you go. Skip. Oh, now it's super full screen. Oh. I'm not sharing.